What is up, you guys? This is Anthony here from DIYautotech. We're coming to you with another repair video, and this time we're going to be talking about short little tech tips. One of the questions I get most often is how to compress the rear caliper piston on your vehicle's braking system. As you can see here in this vehicle, the rear caliper piston itself looks a little different than the one does in the front, and you'll notice this on pretty much any year, make, and model of vehicle. With the rear caliper pistons, you cannot compress them like the fronts. With the fronts, you can just compress them with the C-clamp and the piston will move in. No harm, no foul. However, if you were to try to do this in the rear on some vehicles, you'd be in a whole heap of trouble. What I want you to note on this piston is the way that it's shaped. As you can see, it's not flat and it has these little grooves on the inside. These are meant for little dowel rods that come in and twist it and turn it clockwise and counterclockwise. Effectively, that will push the piston in and out depending on which direction you turn it. But I already pulled my brakes apart. How am I supposed to turn it in or out? I don't have the tool. No need to worry. You don't have to go anywhere, and you definitely don't have to put your brakes back together. What you can use is either a flathead screwdriver, a pair of vice grips, or anything you have that will turn that piston. There are a few different ways that you could do this without actually using the tool. Either way, we're going to show you how to do it without using the tool. It's actually very simple. We're going to start by turning the piston clockwise. Clockwise is going to spin the piston inward into the housing itself, into the caliper, so we can fit new brake pads in there. What I'm going to attempt to do here is spin the piston in. What we're going to do is we're going to take the little teeth on these and we're going to put them into the grooves, kind of where the dowels will go with the actual tool. We'll kind of lock it into place and spin it clockwise. And what you'll start to notice is it'll start to go in. The piston itself will finally go back into the housing. And as we can tell, we are now all the way in. How do I know that? Because if you look at the seal is now flush and actually lower than the piston where it's sitting in the housing. So now we know that this piston is fully retracted and we can go ahead and finish up this brake job. This has been another video here from Anthony at DIYautotech. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video and YouTube channel. And as always, we will see you next time.